welcome again to my channel. My name is Remy. So I decided to do a brief introductory video so we can get to know each other, so you guys can get to know me, and I hope we get to bond and form a relationship in the coming years, because I hope this lasts a very long time. So my name is Remy and I'm a fashion enthusiast. I like to sew and I like to learn new things. I'm very open to learning because I really don't believe one human being knows it all. Yes, and so I used to work as a color consultant for a paint company, Kansai Plasco Nigeria, and I quit my job February this year. And a brief background story to that. So I got married in July last year, and my husband lives in the UK. So I applied for my residence permit late last year, and I got it January of this year. The plan was to move to the UK after our wedding party. So we got legally married last year, and we had the wedding party in February. We had the wedding party in February because flight tickets are cheapest in February. Well, that's based on our research and all of that. And we had people coming in from different parts of the world to attend the wedding. Well, most of my husband's friends and family members don't really live here, so it was just more convenient to have the wedding, the party in February. So we had the wedding party February 22nd, but just before the wedding party, my husband got posted to Nigeria for a few months for an assignment. So he's currently on an island, or we are currently on an island in Nigeria. And after the wedding, I came here to visit. I was supposed to stay for a few weeks and then go back to Lagos. I had a training that I was going to attend, and I was also going to just sort out everything and make sure, I was ready and all packed to relocate at the end of his work program. So we all know what happened, coronavirus, and it's not even funny because this has just, we've been lucky because we had our wedding just before this break. This started, well, it started since last year in China, but we had the wedding February 22nd. I think the first case in Nigeria was announced February 26th, and as at that time all of our friends had gone back to where they came from, gone back to their countries. But it's just so surreal how everything could have changed, and I really feel for the people that have had to postpone their weddings, postpone ceremonies, even people that have lost their job based on this pandemic. And I really just hope that the Lord heals our land, and this just goes the same way, it goes away as fast as it came, because it has affected a lot of lives. But we've been lucky because we had our wedding, we didn't have to postpone that, thankfully. But I got stuck on the island. I couldn't go back, but I think it's a good thing because at least we're together, and that's the best, honestly, because having him here, being together, handling this together, it keeps me sane, because there are days when I'm just in front of the TV throughout, just shuffling between CNN and BBC, what is happening. And I know me sitting in front of the TV 24/7 is not going to create a cure for this virus, but it just gives me an element of control, not control per se, but I just want to know what is happening, because this is it has really affected a lot of lives. And we might be here, but I have family, we have family and friends in various hotspots, and we're just so worried and constantly checking up on them and just making sure they're okay. So I really can't wait for this to be over. But I just hope we're all staying indoors, staying safe, social distancing, and just keeping busy. And if all you need to do is just breathe in and breathe out, don't feel pressured to do too much, because these are hard times that we're in, really. So yes, I got stuck on the island, but one day I was having a conversation with a friend that I made, one of my husband's colleagues, and it came out that I know how to sew. And she said, oh, she had this sewing machine that she bought when she was doing her PhD. She planned to use it to pass time, but it's just been in the carton, and I can use it while I'm here. And I'm like, yes, praise Master Jesus. So she gave me the sewing machine and took me to a shop in town to get some supplies. So I got some materials, I got some fabric, I got scissors, just the basic things. I need to use to sew, because I don't want to like acquire so much here, because by God's grace we're only here for a few months. Like by God's grace, this pandemic is over soon and we're only here for a few months. So I don't want to like acquire so much here, because I can't start like moving there when we're eventually leaving. So I have the sewing machine, and I'm really grateful for that, because honestly it has kept me sane. I've made like 2 outfits. I didn't film that, but I'm going to attach pictures of the outfits like to this video, and if you guys would like me to make a tutorial on how I made those outfits, because I made them without patterns. So I've been like, I know how to like sew it, I know how to cut with freehand, so I've been making these outfits without patterns. But I've made these 2 outfits without patterns, and all the outfits I'm going to be making here, I'll be making them without patterns. I'll be like drafting directly on the fabric and cutting and sewing. So I'll be making videos on how to like sew without patterns. I'm using just like the basic supplies. I'm using my scissors, my pins, my chalk, my measuring tape, and my sewing machine, and I'll be filming all of that. I hope we can all learn a thing or two from, and if you guys have like suggestions and ideas and things you like for me to try out, please let me know. I'm open to all of that. But like, yes, so I think my favorite color is green. I have had a lot of changes when it comes to colors. I used to like purple, and then I moved to yellow, but now like green is really doing it for me. And that was why I was like, this green top I'm wearing is not a coincidence. I intentionally picked it out because yes, my favorite color is green. And I recently learned how to ride the bike. Like, that's one of the good things about this island, right? It's really serene and it's really quiet, so it was a really good place for me to learn without fears of like being hit by a car. And because most of the time like you can't even hear no noise at all. So I learned how to ride a bike. I didn't know how to ride a bike before I came here, but there are no shuttle buses inside the area, inside the residential area of the company that is with. So I couldn't be walking everywhere. The first 2 weeks I was walking everywhere, like, but it's not like the sun here is really, really hot. So it wasn't good for my skin and my state of mind. So my husband taught me how to ride a bike, and I learned in like 2 days. So it's really easy, it's really fun. Right now that the gyms are closed, we use that as a form of exercising. In the evenings, we just take our bikes and ride like round the area like 2-3 times till we're tired. I started to learn how to swim as well, but I had to stop that because even though there are no cases on the island right now, we still want to keep our distance and we just want to be safe. And we're practicing like social distancing, and we're just staying indoors unless when we go out in the evenings for our rides or our walks, and even then we stay away from like people. So we're really being careful. We're washing our hands regularly, using hand sanitizers when we touch surfaces. But please guys, when you use hand sanitizers, wash your hands if you have to like cook or go near like anything flammable, because hand sanitizers are really flammable. I've seen some really scary videos. So let's just all be careful, like in trying to keep safe, let's not put ourselves in harm's way. So yes, I'm going to be making like videos and sharing and uploading. I hope you guys like them. I hope we get to like meet each other virtually in the coming months. And even after this is over, I hope to continue filming and just sharing my project and my journey. And maybe when this is over and we eventually move to like when I eventually relocate finally, so I would most likely share videos as well. But let's just see how it goes. And thank you so much again for staying. Thank you for watching, and I really hope like you guys enjoy the content that I put out.